Hey guys, MoJK here. Just wanted to kind of go over the event and kind of what I've learned so far and the progress that I made. Maybe give you some pointers along the way. So the event thankfully isn't as impossible or hard as some of the other content that we've seen recently. Particularly the extra level is difficult, but it is fair, meaning that there's no like BS. You start in a fishbowl and people are throwing snowballs at you and petrifying you, or there's no insane charming mechanic or one-shot kills or things like that. It's basically just tough enemies with lots of HP, and you have to pick the right elements and just kind of keep yourself alive, bring a healer, etc. If you want to know how to beat the Entrusted Justice extra level, I suggest checking out Jeremy Zero's video. My strategy going in was pretty much exactly the same, except I didn't have a Shayna, so I used my Selena. And basically Selena does a lot of damage, and she was pretty tanky there obviously, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much all you have to do to bring a one strong water element unit, one strong wind element unit for the right side, and then one light. A lot of people are probably going to use Logi because he's fairly tanky and he'll do a good amount of damage to Zahar and the other dark element demon, and then one healer, and preferably someone like Rahu who can both overclock or quicken and heal at the same time, so kind of like a dual threat. But yeah, the left side is fire enemies. You want to use water element. Middle is dark, and then right side is thunder, so you want to bring wind element there. So yeah, check out the video in the description below. He did a good job. That's pretty much how I did it as well. But the other thing is that a lot of these along the way are gonna say like don't use skills or whatever, so just make sure if you're autoing it, which you should for the easier stuff, just turn off the skills obviously. One cool trick for this one, the 110, it's basically a one-on-one fight with Zahar with your Kanon, or however it's pronounced, but a lot of people are not going to have their cannons really strong enough for the fight. I certainly didn't. But what you can do is you can plop your cannon in there, make sure you turn off auto, and then get a mercenary cannon for free. And because this one's level 75 and probably a lot stronger than the one that you have, you'll just use her to kill Zahar and leave yours kind of like safely in the back. Let me just go ahead and show you that real quick. I did not use this trick in this particular account, but I did use it in my alt. Which is why Kanon's available to me right now. But basically, yeah, I used my weaker Kanon and just did the 8 gems to revive, and that was enough. But you don't need to do that. You can just use the mercenary. So yeah, I might as well raise my res here. She doesn't really have any ranged attacks, and my own is gonna just stay back here and stay safe. Yeah, so this one's gonna be okay. Just attack, obviously. Get some jewels. Stay still. And let's do double slash. I mean, it's very straightforward once you use the mercenary, just a ton easier. But yeah, it's a little bit tricky to build up your own cannon right now because it does take a little bit of farming, and I'll show you just in a bit what I mean. If you don't know already, I mean, you may have not started the events yet, but we'll just go ahead and do this, and yeah, last hit. So easy peasy, just bring the free mercenary. Again, don't forget to turn off auto because you'll probably have your own cannon rush in there and die, then you'll lose that no death requirement, and then you'll have to wait or something to get the cannon mercenary available to you again. So anyway, that's how I did it. But let me just go ahead and show you. There's a lot of shards and things like that you'll get from the Milestone Rewards, so check in there. Like you beat the first level, you automatically have cannon and can even limit break her like 5 times. Again, I did pull Cadanova, and this is my Cadanova right now. He's mastered his job, but I haven't really invested too heavily in him yet. I've run out of like apples and my Zenny situation is pretty bad, so I'm not gonna like, you know, upgrade the equipment and everything like that. But there he is, and my Kanon is over here. And yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to farm a bit to get her up. It's a little bit difficult. So Holy Order boots. There was one before this that I had to farm, but it was just like a couple runs. But this one's a little bit tougher. You'll have to pick one of these levels. And each run, you may get 0, you may get a couple. On average, you probably will get 1, but I prefer this particular level job, the second one, the middle one. And again, because I switched accounts, my teams are a little bit messed up here, but I would recommend Magnus, and if you have Ryle, those are good choices here. What else? I don't know, a sniper, I guess. But okay, let's turn auto back on. And basically this is going to be a cluster of enemies in the middle, a couple off to the side, which you can pick off easily. And yeah, Magnus or Ryle should be able to clear that up for you. Like on my alt account, I had a Ryle, and he basically does the arrow rain in the middle and kills like all 5 at the same time. But I imagine Magnus is kind of the same too. Okay, well he killed 3, but Ryle can kind of finish it off. But don't worry too much about getting the treasure chest either. From the runs that I've done like maybe 10 runs collectively through the accounts, and the treasure chest never really seems to have those boots in them. I don't know if it's just RNG. So I'm just more concerned with quickly clearing the level and clearing out the guys in the middle. Okay, it's not going as efficiently on this account, but yeah, if you have a Ryle or Magnus, you can clear out that middle pretty easily. And again, I wouldn't worry about the treasure chest too much. We didn't get a boot there, but this is the level that I generally prefer to run. On average, like I said, you'll get 1 per run, so it's a little bit of a pain to farm this up, but you know, I guess people aren't going to have maxed out cannons like right away unless they're spending all their AP on it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me just show you the milestones real quick. So yeah, there's actually a ton of gems, which is good through this event, like 150 for all these milestones, which is really nice. But you do have to be able to clear the extra level. You will get a lot of these shards for the sword, Gurren Blade I think it's called. And you basically need 150 to transmute it to a 4-star weapon right away. And then to evolve it further, you need an additional 100. So you need 250 for each 5-star sword that you want to make. And you know, a good number of people are going to want to make 2 of those because they will put it on their Kanon and they'll put one on the Cadanova. So yeah, you need about 500 of those. Let me just show you the stats real quick. This is the level 25 Gurren Blade. Attack is pretty good. Fire res is actually really excellent. So this is actually a good gear situationally for, you know, if you're up against a lot of fire enemies, this can come in handy like any time in the future. Also, you get extra jewels obtained, which is really sweet. Not as much as the Curious Doll, but it's still really nice for a weapon. And then of course you get the specific abilities for Cadanova and Kanon, which I think are pretty nice, but they're not ranged and they don't seem like all that special, but it's nice to have. And like I said, you need 100 shards to evolve it. So that's pretty much my overview, I guess. There's not a whole lot to talk about. Multiplayer-wise, not this one. Multiplayer-wise, you'll only be able to do the extra levels. So, you know, you do need to have some strong enemies. I mean, I don't know if this is the trend where you have to. There's only the tougher content online. It would be nice if they gave like an easier level and a harder level online, which they did for like Mian, I believe. They had a beginner and an advanced. So I don't know why they're only doing these extra levels on multiplayer, but yeah, I mean, once you run it offline, you'll know the proper elements. You'll need a water element, you'll need a wind, and then preferably a light for the middle enemies. Although you can probably do without one of those, you can get by, but yeah, anyway, that's my overview of the event. If you guys want me to show you how I ran the extra level, just let me know. But it's pretty much like Jeremy Zero's video, like I said. So good luck on the event. Happy farming. At least there's something new to farm, and you know, it's not like some BS mechanics. It's going to be tough, but in my opinion, fair. So take care, guys. See you guys next time.